Hi everybody, welcome to day 3 of the new mini catalog party and the start of celebration. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. I am going to give you guys just a minute to pop on, but I'm not going to wait too long because I just really don't like those videos where people are like waiting and blah blah blah. So except tomorrow when I'm doing bingo, I do have to wait for people to get on so we can play bingo. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things in the mini catalog. First, I'm going to tell you that I am using celebration items. These are the free items we talked about yesterday. I'm using Counting Sheep, and I am using the Counting Sheep dies. These, you can get the stamps for a $50 order, or the dies for a $50 order. And I think I talked about this yesterday, that if you placed a $100 order, you could get both. Or, you know, there's a couple $100 options too. Or you could get one this month and the other part next month, or totally something different. And on that, like, I'm also going to be using this amazing bedazzling glitter paper, which I love, love, love. If, let's say, you don't want stamps, you're a scrapbooker, you don't want any stamps. Well, you probably going to want like designer series paper or cardstock, that kind of thing. Let's say you decided you just wanted this and you had a $100 order. So order 2 of them. You can do that. But there's a lot of really cute designer series paper in the celebration catalog too. So, okay. Now, the other thing I'm going to be using in the catalog, I wanted to show it to you. I have a piece of it here that I've already been stamping on, as you can see. This is called Snow White Velvet Sheets. You get 2 of them. They're 12 by 12, and they do have a velvet touch to them. And that in the mini catalog is on page 37. And I like to point out stuff like that because sometimes you can't, I mean, it just looks like, you know, what is that? It's white velvet paper. Also, you may have noticed that I posted that the items that were not available, the Memories and More card pack and the Memories and More envelopes are now available, as is, ta-da, the entire suite you can get today, including the designer series paper. I absolutely placed an order. I'm so excited, and I did rush delivery. Not super rush. I did 3-day. So that doesn't give it expedited packing, but I should have it by next week. So that's groovy. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you those things that are now available. Yay! Okay. So we've already talked about celebration, so I can move that. One of the other things that I am using today is the designer series paper called Beauty of the Earth. It's 12 by 12. So that is in your catalog. It's $11.50. I am using, this is one of my favorite dies. I have a lot of favorite dies. I mean, I'll be honest. But I had to write this out because it's kind of hard to read them backwards. But it's all of these words: New Year's, Mother, Happy, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Merry, St. Patrick's, Halloween, Father's, and Thanksgiving. So the day is separate. It's not Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's and Day. And this is $36, and it coordinates with this little stamp set. When I call it little, it's a double-sided stamp set called A Wish for Everything. And I'm just going to be using this little have a. And but anyway, those 2 are both in here. And this stamp set is on page 14, and it is let me see. I write the prices on the inside of my stamps, so let me see. This stamp set is $39. So if you decided you wanted this stamp set and these dies, you have enough. It's over a $50 item, so I would suggest you buy the designer series paper. Not sure if that would get you to $100, but it'd be darned close. You could buy some adhesive or something. Envelopes. You always need envelopes. So those are the things that I'm using that are not new. I'm also using our thick basic white cardstock. So that is everything I want to tell you. Now, I am going to tell you this, though. I am doing a slimline card. I never make slimline cards. This is my very first one. and I don't know that I will ever make another one. But this stamp set and the design I wanted to do called for it. And the slimline cards, I don't know if this is normal, but I made it to fit inside a legal size business envelope, just a regular business envelope. So, like I said, I don't do slimline cards, so this is me faking it. So this is a piece again of thick basic white, and it is cut at 8 by 9 1/4. And then I scored it at 4 inches right here. So again, you fold into the mountain and away from the valley. And I can't find my nice video bone folder. It's probably in my basket and it's just fallen to the bottom. So there you go. That's the front of the card. Now, I'm not going to put this on yet, but this is going to be, I always have to decide how the clouds go. So this is like a cloud paper. It's on the back of this, and it's all from that large piece of Designer Series paper. That's going to go on like that. And I'm going to want some grass, but I decided that I wanted to tear my grass. I don't know why. I just haven't done it in a while, but I don't want the white to show. So normally I tear this way, and then you get the white edge, which is really fun. I'm hoping you guys can see that here. You get the white edge, which is really fun to do for like a snow scene or something like that. It's fun to do that. But I am actually going to tear it in the other direction. Look at how cute these trees are. So cute. So, and I don't want it to be even because it's going to be grass. And so I want it to be kind of hilly and, you know, just, it's going to be a pasture. So it could be flat-ish, but I don't want it super flat. And I left it extra long because I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to like what I've done with it, with the tearing. So, I don't know. I learned paper tearing a long time ago. And so if you've never done it before, it's that simple, paper tearing. And then it gives you, see how it looks now more like grass, right? So I am going to take that. I always move everything around. And I am going to decide how I want my hills and valleys. I actually kind of like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. You don't have to cut your sky paper. You can shorten it, but it's just easier, I think, for me, and it might be just me, to make that the background so you don't have to worry about guessing where to put this piece, if that makes sense. Because now I know I can fit it right here at the bottom. So is that my clouds? They're clouds, so I don't know that it matters. That looks too dark. This has just a little bit of dark, so I'm going to do it that way. Because it's a pretty day. It's not a stormy day. So I'm going to line this up as best as I can without sticking my face in front of you. There we go. Looks like a pasture, right? Looks so fun. Then I'm just going to take my snips and turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. You can put it on your trimmer too. It's just faster to do it that way. Now, I think I'm going to use my liquid glue for the fencing. So out of the same Designer Series paper pack, I cut 3 of these fences, which are part of the dies. They're the sheep dies. So they're part of that. And it's on the back of this really cool paper. So what I want to do now is figure out my sheep. So I've already cut out and stamped 2 of them on the awesome velvet, white velvet paper. But I wanted this one, and if you look at the stamp, he's going that way, and I wanted him to go that way. So what I did was I stamped him on our silicone sheet, and then I put this on. I didn't want to do it on camera because I knew it would not turn out because this one really got messed up. And then I set it on the paper, the silicone sheet on here, and I rubbed. You don't want to rub. You kind of want to press really hard, and it comes out light like this. And all I did was I took a fine tip black permanent marker and I just recovered the lines. And I mean, it's not going to be quite as pretty, but if you take your time like I did, this where it grayed out and it looks like shadow was a happy accident. I slid it just a little bit. So, because you see, that didn't happen here. But then for these things, I just made lines. I didn't try to make them perfectly exactly the same. But that's what I did. Now I want to show you, so now how do I cut it out? Because the die is made to go on this one. And if I try to, let me turn it so it makes sense. If I try to put it on here, it's not going to fit, right? So here's a little trick. I already did it and I should have waited. So I have him kind of taped in place. I flipped the die over and got it into the center. And then I took my amazing Take Your Pick tool with the pick end. And I just poked holes all the way along this. So if you can see, there are holes. I don't know if you guys can see them. You may be able to see them better here. But, and then I cheated and taped this back in place. Because it was like, I was so excited, and then I cut it out and went, oh shoot, I shouldn't have cut it out. But then look. Is he perfect? No. I mean, it maybe should have been down a little bit because there's a lot of white edge. But I think it's pretty darn good. So that's my little tip on how to flip not only your stamps, but your die as well. So I hope you guys like that little tip. If you need to see it better, you know, make a comment and I'll make a better video. And then, so now I have all of my pieces cut out. Let me pop this in here before I lose it. I'm sure you guys know what that's like. So I have all my pieces. I have my main cardstock. I have, I think, 4 fences cut out. And then I have all of my sheep. And then I cut out Happy Day and a sun, which is also part of this die set. It's right here. And somewhere in here I have the have a, oh, there it is, teeny tiny, because I stamped it. I'll put this here so you guys can see it. I stamped it and then I just trimmed it by hand. I just got it like super, super close. Okay. So I don't need my foam mat anymore. Yes, we are having a drawing, just so you know. I forgot to bring my wheel over here, so I'll have to see if I can stretch. So now what I want to do is, I know that I'm going to want this sheep in front, and I'm going to have this sheep like this, and this one as if it's getting ready. So these two are going to go in front of the fencing, and this one's going to be slightly behind. So first I'm going to decide about where I want my fence to go, and I am going to and I'm going to trim it, just so you know. I will be trimming the fence because actually 4 is even if you overlap them, 4 is too long. So I shouldn't do that upside down. That doesn't help you guys whatsoever at all. I turned it over because I was going to glue it. So that's a top. So I'm actually going to put them, I'm going to adhere them together like this. Maybe I will do that first. So I'm going to get them all stuck together. That might be easier for it to make sense for you guys. So I'm using my liquid glue so I have time to do a little wiggling on this. And you don't have to do it this way, but to me this just didn't look right. I didn't think fences actually worked like that, so I decided to kind of overlap them. I hope that makes sense. So while I'm doing this mundane stuff, please say hello. Tell me where you're from. Remember that comments get you into a drawing for the party on Friday, and throughout the days I'm going to be doing drawings also, like I'm doing one tonight. Also to share my videos, and when you share, please comment below that you shared, because that's a separate drawing. Plus, everybody who shares this week, shares my videos, is still going to go into my monthly share drawing. So you're going to get like double chances to win. So that's something to think about. So there we go. There is my fence. Oh, also, if this is your first time coming to one of my videos, please say hello and make sure that you follow me so that you don't miss any more of my videos. And also, especially this week, you might want to click that little notifications so that you know when I am going to be coming through. So now here's where I have to decide, where do I want this to go? So I did that kind of cool grass. So I'm going to have this up high. I'm going to want this guy about there. And now the question is, do I just cut this one off and not worry about it? Or do I think I will edge it to here and then glue it here. But this guy has to go on first. So I am going to just put some of my Stampin' Seal on the back of this little guy. And then I'm going to guess about where he's going, because he's getting ready to jump. Okay. Now let me adhere all of this. It's so weird. This looks like camo, doesn't it? Like camouflage. It kind of is. It works really cool for the stamp set that goes with this Beauty of Nature. And you can cut out trees and stuff with that. That's a pretty cool bundle. That's in the annual catalog, in case you wanted to look that up. Don't know what page number it's on. I apologize. Did not write that down. So I could have cut these out with adhesive on the back, but I wanted to have some wiggle room with this. And I don't think that edge is going to be on there. So now, again, I want to see the grass edging. So I am going to do that. Just hold that for just a minute. And then again, flip it over and trim off any edges of the fence that are sticking off. Okay. And then this is the point where I like to put it on the card front, because when I add everything else, it's going to be lumpy, and it's just a little bit lumpy now with the fence and the one sheep. And I don't like to put, this kind of tape adhesive on over lumpy stuff, because I'm always afraid that if I do, it's going to end up, if it's thick, it ends up causing like a bump or a ripple on the other side. Again, if you're me, you verify that you have that right. And center that right there. Okay. Now this little guy, he's jumped. He's done. He's over here. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this little guy. I'm telling you, I don't know what's happened to me with this mini catalog and these celebration items. I'm telling you, I'm not cutesy, and you're going to be seeing some cutesy stuff from me, because I can't help it. There's just so many cutesy things. So he's escaped. He's about to escape. And this guy is going to be coming over. But I want him up a little bit, because he's in the air over the fence. So I am going to put some dimensionals on our little guy here. Or girl. These could be girls. You know what? They're probably taking off to go crafting, right? They're on their way to a different kind of crop. Instead of the farmer's crop, they're going to a scrapbooking crop. I know, corny. It's like you'd think I was a dad telling dad jokes. I'm going to trim these in half because it is a little bit difficult to put these on the feet. I think that one that I did might be a little fat. Let me see. Yeah, he's a little fat. So I'm going to take it off carefully and see if I can cut it in half. Not bad. All right. So I actually thought, the jiggle card, I thought this would have been a cute jiggle card too. But I had already done that, so I didn't want to do it again. But it would be a really cute jiggle card. Slowly peeling. Isn't this a fun set though? And then it's free. I love free. Free is my favorite thing ever. So now I'm going to put that one right about there. He's about to land. He's up over the fence. So fun, right? All right, now here is where it gets fun. I am going to put happy day and Hava and then the sun. These have been cut out of that awesome Bedazzled celebration paper. So just remember that. And all three of these I put on a sticky sheet. I put the Designer Series paper on a sticky sheet before I cut them out with those awesome dies. So then I can just peel it off and I don't have to worry about them sticking. Isn't this fun? Who wouldn't want to get this card for absolutely no reason whatsoever? You can just send it for no reason whatsoever. And in the Hostess, the special celebration Hostess set, I think it's in that one, it has a stamp that says there's no reason for this card or something along those lines. And that would be perfect for this, right? To stamp on the inside. So now I'm going to, you guys know there's a whole bunch on the edges of your, my brain is gone. And it's only Wednesday. Help! On the edges of your dimensionals. So you can cut a longer strip. Because I'm going to pop that up too. Just set that right there. So now it's have a happy day. And then the cute little sun up here. I might have that one go up just a little off of the paper, because why not? What do you think? You know what? I don't like it there. That's what I think. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. Maybe it would look a little better. Not quite so off in the corner. There we go. And my day's a little crooked. If you do this early, you can do some adjustment. But then it's going to stick. Fun, right? Have a happy day. Do you like it? Please let me know. It's my very first Slimline card. It'll probably be my very last Slimline card. But I just felt like this design that I wanted to do called for it. It would have been a little bit harder to do on a regular, 5x5 card. It would have been all right, but I just thought this would be fun. So, okay, now it's time for a drawing. Yay! So let me see if I can do this without choking myself with my microphone. See if I can grab my wheel. I think I can. I think I can. I've got it. Sort of. Come on, baby, you can come to me. Okay. So, the cool news is I did find another, the glitter enamel dots that I gave away yesterday. So, that's cool. And remember, I'm keeping things separate. People who shared, and so this is my shared box. This is my comment box. Today, I'm pulling from the comment box. Okay? So, here we go. But all of these shareds and the ones from yesterday are not in here, in either box. But the shareds that I put in today, they will stay in this box until I pull from the shared box again. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow or not, but the ones from yesterday are all kind of tucked into, okay, that's not the box. I have another box where I dumped these in. Okay, so that they will be ready for the party on Friday. All right, so let's see what this person is going to win. Okay, stop. Iridescent pearls. Oh, these are so pretty. It is a new package. I did write on them because I always do that. But these were $7.50. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. So let's see who our lucky winner is today. Diana Knapp. Yay! Congratulations, Diana. I kind of have this feeling I have your address, but I'm not 100% sure. So you might want to message me your address just so that we can be sure. And your name will go back into the main everything drawing. I just keep it here so that I don't lose it. I don't know where the opening is for this. There it is, where I usually tuck these in. All right, I'll just figure it out. Anyway, congratulations, Diana. I am excited for you. So everybody, I hope you will come back. Don't forget, I have a special right now, and it's only for this week. If you place a $50 order, I'm going to send you a package of 4 handmade cards that I've made in the past. I will mail you those. If your card is $100, if your order is $100, you're going to get those 4. But I'm also going to send you the pieces for the mystery make-along, which is coming up on calendar. I'm looking. Hold on. Which is coming up on Thursday the 19th. That's usually at 6:30, so it probably will be again. So, anyway, that's where we are. I hope that you guys liked this card today. Please let me know what you think. Give me some likes and loves and follows, etc. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is bingo, but if you haven't been playing, you're not playing bingo, you know what? It's okay. Come watch, because you can watch me make 5 projects tomorrow, actually. And so you'll be able to watch me do that. And I have to put a caveat in there. We are taking down a ginormous tree. I'll have to post a picture of it. It's huger than our house. We have a little house, but this is a huge freaking tree. So they're going to be cutting that down tomorrow. I'm assuming they're going to be done by 6:30, but it's a possibility that it will be, there will still be some noise. I'm hoping not. They're supposed to come at noon, so we'll see. Also, I don't expect to have any power problems, but if I do, I'll reschedule bingo. Don't worry about it. So we'll get it all figured out. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'll see you here tomorrow. Fingers crossed. It's 6:30 for our fun bingo game. Bye.